and welcome back to Lady Jane Books. Today I have my very first bookshelf tour. I am so proud to announce that Lady Jane Books now has over 200 subscribers. That is incredible to me. I'm at a loss for words. It really means the world to me that you actually choose to spend a small part of your day with me. So I'm very thankful. Thank you so much. So I'm incredibly grateful and wanted to gift you my very first bookshelf tour in celebration. Now, where I'm living now, I have a very small amount of books that came from my more grand collection in another location. So I wanted to show you what I have in my immediate vicinity. And when I do have all of my books in one place, I will do another more grand bookshelf tour. But for now, I wanted to do this as a little thank you to my over 200 subscribers. Now, my bookshelf is underneath a television, and it's technically like a TV stand. So I know the angles are not the best in some cases, but I did want to do it because I wanted to show my gratitude to my 200 subscribers. I recently created a video in which I told you guys that I was struggling a little bit lately. And to wake up this morning and see that over 200 subscribers want to spend a sliver of their day with me, I can't put it into words, but I want to tell you guys that it really means a lot to me, more than you know. In that video, I also asked my lovely subscribers which they would rather see to celebrate my 200th subscriber. I gave the choice between a bookshelf tour and a Q&A video, and unfortunately, I decided to do both. That's right, surprise! I could not choose between doing one or the other, so I decided to do both as a surprise thank you to my 200 subscribers. So today is going to be my bookshelf tour, and then later in the week, I am going to be filming a Q&A session. So I'm going to ask my dear, wonderful, lovely subscribers to please comment below and tell me what question that you would want me to answer in a Q&A. It can be bookish, it can be personal, it can be anything really. Anything that you want to know about me. I'm also going to treat this like a little mini shout out session. So I'm going to give credit to the person who wrote the question and then also answer them in the same video as a special thank you to my 200 subscribers. And without further ado, let's get into the bookshelf tour.
This is my office, a nice little overview of the space, and this is my bookshelf. Since I'm living in a smaller space right now, I really tried to keep my book collection to be pretty minimal. This is my prized possession, the autograph book that my friend gave me. And here I'm just giving you a little closer look at my books. Starting at the top right, here is my collection of unread older hardcover books. You can see here that I keep one of my favorite crystals. I have no idea what type it is, but I like the color since it matched the Stephen King Sleeping Beauties cover. And I also have this adorable sign that says "Park your broom and stay for a spell." I got this in Salem, Massachusetts when I took one of their witch tours. Now let's take a look at the books. How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. Sleeping Beauties by Stephen King and Owen King. The Appearance of Annie Van Sinderen by Catherine Howe. Tangerine by Christine Mangan. An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. Her One Mistake by Heidi Perks. Gosnell. Two Good Dogs by Susan Wilson. The Haunted by Danielle Vega. This is one of my favorites, and it doesn't technically belong in unread because I did read it, but this is the only place I could fit it. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. And Rules for a Night by Ethan Hawke. And right above that section, we have Marilyn Monroe watching over everything and guarding my books. And that wraps up this particular section. Moving on right below, we have on the left my newer hardcover books, and on the right, my newer paperbacks. The Age of Light by Whitney Shaharer. After Anna by Lisa Scottoline. Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter. The Good Daughter, also by Karen Slaughter. And The Whisper Man by Alex North. Moving on to my newer paperbacks section. Cracked Up to Be by Courtney Summers. The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. Sadie by Courtney Summers. A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. And Heartless by Marissa Meyer. And that wraps up this section of my bookshelf. Let's move on towards the middle of the bookshelf. Here I keep some of my older paperbacks with my tarot cards. My 2 copies of Rebecca, The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, Salem's Lot by Stephen King, Dark Siege by Jason McLeod, and The Rapture of Canaan by Sherry Reynolds. That brings us to the books that I have read. The Chalk Man by C.J. Tudor. The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. The Demonologist by Gerald Brittle. The Unleashed by Danielle Vega. They Wish They Were Us by Jennifer Goodwin. Entwined by Heather Dixon. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. See What I Have Done by Sarah Schmidt. Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. And next to these books, I have the Outlander Knitting Guide. I love to knit, and I love the TV show of Outlander, so I got this for Christmas, and it was fantastic. And I also have the Harry Potter Knitting Magic, the official knitting patterns of the Harry Potter series. I got this for Christmas, and I have put it to great use. That wraps up my red section. And above my red books, I have this little section where I keep all the books I want to remind myself to pick up rather soon. Here's where I keep my Kindle. Shadow Kiss by Rochelle Mead. I want to dive back into this series. It by Stephen King. I am still slowly but surely working on this one. And Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. I also keep a candle that says Wicked on it, as well as a little mini teapot, and if that doesn't scream Lady Jane books, I do not know what does. And that concludes my bookshelf tour.
So I hope you enjoyed my bookshelf tour. Again, I want to remind you to please leave a comment for my Q&A later this week. I'm so excited for it, and I'm so glad that I get to do this for all my subscribers. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart for viewing this video and subscribing. Thank you so much. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. And here's to the next 200. checking to make sure it doesn't go out of focus again like it did when I filmed the last one. Excuse me. Eventually, when I do have a more adult bookshelf. More adult. That doesn't sound good, Jane. Whew. No, that sounds fine. Yeah, they know what I'm saying. They know, Jane. And so when I also did that video. I came back to my, that tastes soapy. Ooh, oh, you sure you rinsed that, Jane? Oh. Whew. I also asked you guys which, I also asked you guys, and I gave you a choice of a bookshelf tour or a Q&A section. Oh, that's clinky. Has anyone seen Despicable Me? We make the clink sound. Clink, clink, clink. Who are you clinking, Jay? There's no one here. There's no one here. All you have is the flowers from all of your one and onlys, Jane.